G'day Aussie gamers, welcome to the Aussie Gamers Express video game podcast, the podcast that brings you news, reviews and video game themed fun. Get yourself set because it's time to hand you over to your hosts, Lucas and Red. Hey Aussie gamers, this is episode 141 and today is Wednesday the 7th of September 2016. I am your host Lucas and here with me is my co-host and very good friend Red. How are you?
Oh, I'm getting travel anxiety.
I know, you're travelling in, a week? A week from now?
Yeah, a week from today I'll be on a plane.
And then another week or two after that you're in Sydney?
Yes, so Saturday fortnight.
Yeah, right, okay, so we'll get to see you in the flesh with, Is it true, Red, you're going to have a little less beard?
Oh, I did, I had a haircut yesterday.
Oh, so you already do have a little less beard?
Yeah, slightly, only, the puffy bits, like when you used to get a selfie of me just on the sides and on the chops, you just go...
Defluffed.
Yeah, so I'm defluffed. I have a little bit of civility.
I was going to say, because you're probably going to get some scathing remarks from Martin Creamers when this goes live.
No, I've just got more shape now. I'm slightly more desirable.
Did you get him to sign a permission note?
Fuck him.
From Beards Anonymous?
No, I've got to go through enough fucking hassle to have the thing on my face with the missus.
I could imagine you two having beard sex where you mesh the hairs together.
It's like an Eskimo kiss, but yeah, fuck yeah, I'm down.
That's disgusting. I don't get the whole beard culture. I have a beard, but I don't get the whole, yeah, you're a legend, you've got a beard thing. That goes beyond me. I don't know. Do you want to explain it?
Oh, it's just manly, man. But you personify manliness, don't you? So of course you don't see the great deal in it because you are the man, and like, oh, woohoo! I got a beard. I'm now a man.
I don't know. I'm just a kid, I think.
It's wicked. Martin will be listening too. So
hi, Martin.
Hey,
all right, let's get going. Before we start, here's this week's show in preview. First up, as per usual, we will have video game discussion. Then we'll go into video game news. And in this week's news, we have Lohan vs Rockstar, Shadow Warrior release details, Overwatch free in September, DualShock 4 Elite, try PlayStation VR, and Duke Nukem 3D Remastered. Then after that we'll do What's That Sound, and then Red Shout, and that'll be the end of this week's show. So, first up, Red, video game discussion.
Now, I was going to lead off with probably my most fondest gaming moment of the last week, but it's a toss-up between two, so I'm going to go with the one I've spent the most time with. Mm-hmm. Tomb Raider.
Raiding the Tombs. And how'd you go with that?
I played it for a couple of hours here or there, but last night I put 4.5, 5 hours into it. I had my cousin over, and he was playing some Fallout beside me, and I'm like, I'm going to show off my fucking sexy Xbox. So, oh man, I love the Xbox for everything it is, but Tomb Raider, man, what a game, what a step up. Like I think I said last week I played a bit and I got through some of the tutorial. Well, really I didn't, because probably the first 8 hours or 6 hours when you play it the way I do, you're still picking up different abilities with the rope arrow and the fire and everything like that. So I gave it a big old fucking burl yesterday. Oh, I love it, and it's such a step up from the previous one. Just Tomb Raider, I think that was called, wasn't it? Or Legend of Tomb Raider.
It was just Tomb Raider.
Human Revolution.
That was the reboot.
But the reboot was really, really good, and this has just taken everything wicked out of the reboot and just made just a brilliant Tomb Raider game with leveling up, scavenging, hunting, crafting, upgrading, story. The story was cool. You'll probably know what I'm talking about. I had the dun 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 moment last night when I was tied to a chair.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, fuck. I kind of seen that coming when in the moment, like I didn't predict it.
Yeah,
like
well, I mean,
3 years ago, but yeah.
That type of game with Tomb Raider and also other games in that same genre like
Drake.
Uncharted, they're not going to blow you away with story. They're very heavy gameplay games. They're action adventure. It's like a movie, like any movie, an action movie genre. The stories are very, very rarely going to blow your mind. But that's the genre.
But oh, dude, cool game. Cool game. You do shit at your own pace. I'm red moding, so I'm collecting on the way, doing all the tombs on the way. The tombs are really cool, and the little puzzles that it gives you, because you had these moments last night, like you fill the water up, and you got to bring it up different levels in order to do different things. And there was a little pallet out in the middle of the water, and you needed to move it so you could use an oil drum and explode it to unlock another water valve.
Yep.
I'm like, I'm in the water and I'm trying to go Last of Us on it and move it, and it won't let me fucking move it. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, what do I do? But then when I realised that you can temporarily raise the water level, which pushes it across, so it's all this timing, and you throw it across and prep yourself up and then hit it with the arrow, boom, and away you go. And I went, fuck yeah, I'm smart. So I had a couple of those moments last night, and it looks brilliant. It's the fidelity of the graphics, I love it. I feel really bad now that I'm enjoying it so much, because I did used to be kind of one-eyed PlayStation. I'm not kind of, I was one-eyed PlayStation. Because that's what I knew, and that's still no excuse for my prejudice, but I take it all back. I am so fucking over the moon with the controller, with the game. Even though the menu's a little clunky, but that's obviously something they're going to work on. It's only going to get better. It could not really get, no worse. I'm not going to, not ragging on it there, but I'm just saying they're only ever moving in the right direction with these updates to the consoles these days. So I don't like the store.
Oh, you're talking about the Xbox now, not the game, right?
Yeah. I diverted. But so
the store sucks.
Yeah, big time.
It's absolutely hideous. I won't pull any punches when I'm talking about that. I really do not like the layout of the store at all. It was better. They've upgraded it, and I think it got worse. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, probably 15% of the way through, 20% of the way through Tomb Raider. I have no real gauge on it, but just I know I still got things to learn and moves to learn and stuff like that. But I like it when in Tomb Raider, when you do the tombs and you find that, like, the thing at the end where you open it across, it's a codex.
Yeah.
It gives you an ability.
Yeah.
So therein lays a reason just to do the tombs, just to fully kick yourself out and be masterful. Stealthy's awesome. One big thing that I enjoyed, it's a real little mechanic, but one I think it's a big thing. When you hit your like your survival mode, like you get that pulse.
Yeah.
And you can see when you got enemies and you're going to stealth them, if they're red, it means they can be seen by another enemy, but if they're yellow, it means you can just take them out.
Yeah, that's right. So if you take out that enemy, another enemy will see them getting taken out.
That's right.
Yeah, and that'll be alert then. Yeah, it's really good, isn't it? I don't think I've seen that in another game that I've played before.
No, sometimes you've got a mini-map with the vision cones and shit like that. So, but even that's not reliable. But this color-coded is extremely reliable, and the use of environment, and you throw bottles, and I picked up a lamp and I said, I wonder if this will produce fire. Yes, it did. And the epic battle with the bear at the start, that was fucking pretty cool too, man. I can't speak highly enough about it, and I think it's being released October 11th on the PlayStation, so I can't recommend it highly enough.
Yeah, it's definitely a good game. Yeah, I pretty much didn't have anything bad to say about it.
I like how it's got those little leaderboards. You're always on top of the leaderboards for every level, you bastard.
What leaderboards? I don't remember that.
There's when you pause the game, down the bottom left-hand corner, there's a rating on how your friend's done in the given section of the game.
How do you get a higher score?
I don't know. Probably by collecting everything.
Oh, it's a collecting thing? It's not like a
I don't know. It's like the points are in thousands. Like at the moment, the section I'm in, you've got a high score of 3,711 or something.
I wonder what that is. When I was playing that, it was before the game was even released, so I don't think that might not have been a prevalent feature. I don't know. I'll have to boot it up again and have a look.
Well, I picked up, when I fought the bear,
yeah.
I picked up Weeksy's backpack. He must have died there. And it gave me like 1,000 credits or something.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so... Yeah, you haven't died yet, obviously. I haven't found your backpack anywhere.
Nah, I never died, mate. Never died. Yeah.
I've died a couple of times, but it's normally stupidity. Oh, that doesn't... Oh, it looks like I can jump across there. Nah.
Nah, I can't make it. Crunch.
The next thing I experienced for the first time was Sunset Overdrive.
Okay, yeah. How'd you find that?
Colourfully crude. I loved it.
Yeah, it's...
I made a big burly dude with a red beard. I love it. Any game you can do that in.
Yeah, he can make a good representation of you.
Yeah, except for shit.
With what?
He's got muscles.
Yeah, of course. Can't be emulating real life too much.
No, how much did the grinding in that feel like Tony Hawk?
Yeah, it was. That was very much what it was like. They didn't hide that at all, though.
No, so there's a mechanic there that people of our generation are instantly comfortable with.
Yeah, just grinding on the things. And the thing is with that game, the game really encouraged you to grind and jump and fly through the air, because running on the ground, geez, that was slow.
Yeah, and you wouldn't fill up your bar either, because you have those mutators, or whatever they called them, that can affect your melee, your overall, your speed, and your weapon. So
yeah. So you enjoyed it?
Yeah, I didn't play it. I probably only played it for about 3 hours, and the last 40 minutes was in a multiplayer lobby. We were just running around doing rando missions and just seeing the variety, because I think there was about 6 or 7 people in there, which was pretty cool for the age of the game. But they've tricked it right out. So they've got all these weapons and force fields and shields and explosives, and they're running up walls and everything. It just gave me a little bit of a scope of what the game will be as you progress and upgrade and everything like that. So yeah, I'm definitely be going back to that. I just I've just been taking discs out of the Xbox, putting the next one in, trying them all out, because I've got a few games here just to get a bit of feel for it. Moving on, I played a couple of hours of Rise, so another chapter or 2 into that. That's just brutal. I don't need to really go into that anymore. For everyone that listens, they've already heard what I think about it. Forza 6 yesterday, and the day before, I'd been doing some of my championship, or my career. Until yesterday, I unlocked, when you go up a level and you get the free spin and you can unlock cars or money.
Yep.
I got myself a 69 Mustang.
Okay, yep.
That's right, I'm going to thump the fuck out of this, and I upgraded it, and I went and put it on Bathurst, and I was just running around there for a while. I really dig that game. I always said I'm not much of a racing car game fan. I haven't played Need for Speed for years. I tried Drive Club for about 4.5 minutes. I like this. This looks good, it feels good, it sounds good. Your races are bite-sized pieces, so if you only have half an hour, you can accomplish 3 races in that time, sort of thing. Load times are fine. I love the integration with Top Gear, because you got Richard Hammond on there and James May doing some voiceovers. You get to race the Stig, you get to race at the Top Gear track, so there's a lot of things there I do enjoy about it. We played some Rainbow Six once the servers were up.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, come play with Red. Red's really good at it. I'm gold ranked now, 0-5, and you went 3-3 in a rank match. It's like, well, you always say you suck at these games, and it makes me look real bad.
Yeah, I played a couple of matches of Lone Wolf terrorist hunt last night.
Mm-hmm.
I did alright. Like, I was on my own, and I got to wave 4 before I got killed in one of them. There was actually some pretty epic battles there where, because I was the healer guy, the medic.
Yep.
And there was a point where I had to, like, the guy my hostage was down, and he was bleeding out, and I had 3 enemies come in. So what I've done is I've popped 2 with the with my shotgun, downed them, quickly pressed R1, changed to my revive dart gun, then shot the hostage on the ground, which revived him, quickly swapped back to the shotgun and blew the 3rd guy away and saved the round. It's like, wow, that was really cool. But then in the 4th round, one of those exploders got me.
That hostage, because that's the last trophy that I've got to get on Rainbow Six. Is you got to win 100 of those.
Okay, yep.
How hard are they solo? Because they just do
pretty hard. Yeah,
they come in from all angles and degrees and everything like that, and with no backup. I guess the smartest thing you've done was went dock, because you are able to revive yourself if you go into a down state. So,
yeah, which I did do on one occasion as well. I had to get myself up.
Yeah, I'll take my hat off to you for that selection there. But yeah, well, look, I've played some Rainbow Six this week. We've played some together. I've been watching some YouTube videos. The rumour is the next set of what do they call them? Smooth operators will be Japanese. So if Rainbow Six is your thing, get on YouTube, get on Google, search that up. It might be something worth reading for you. Grand Theft Auto Online. I'm doing my utmost best to grind out $1 million online, so I can.
Why don't you just buy it for like $50?
You'll get fucked. I'm too tight ass for that shit. So I can buy a business. So whenever I'm playing with other people, we've just got a constant flow of coin. If you know what I mean. So that's one of the newer things in GTA Online that I've only experienced once by being an associate of an exec. So that's my next goal.
I remember with Assassin's Creed, one of the like Brotherhood or something like that, where you could build up Monteregione, and you had all the businesses that would bring in your money, and you would get X amount of money every hour. So I'd just leave the Xbox 360 on overnight.
Come back in the crates. Oh,
yeah! I'm like, I've got like $8 million. Fantastic.
Yeah, Rocket League. We played some of that, and this is not to be condescending at all. You're getting better. You played really, really well.
Oh, I don't know if I did. But...
You didn't rage because, well, we weren't losing. We lost one game, I think. We were winning, but nah, man.
I wasn't tired. I had like a 2.5 hour nap that day.
Yeah, you were on. Yeah, we went really well.
Yeah, I played it a bit last night with Roy Boy, and we played like absolute muppets. I was actually embarrassed for both of us. We were both horrible.
Cool.
I didn't have my nap yesterday though.
Nah, so that was really cool. Father's Day was on Sunday, so everyone listening that's a father, happy Father's Day for last Sunday.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
I played The Division for 15 minutes, got something really cool in the Dark Zone, died, spat dummy, fucking turned it off. And last but not least, I haven't played it, but I finally got my hands on it yesterday. I went to EB and I got myself a game because I'm going to have a PlayStation set up for me at my mum's house, which probably won't have... It'll have limited internet connectivity because being here at home, I pay the bill, I can suck the bandwidth, so I'll probably be a little bit more respectful up at home. But I picked up Final Fantasy X and X2.
Oh, you've wanted that for a while.
Yeah, well, it was on special. We were donated a couple of Wiis back in the day and probably 30 or 40 games, so I've taken down a couple of Wii games and a couple of PS3 games that I'll never play again that I've actually got the remasters on the PS4 for now, and yeah, walked out with $100, or well, walked in with $100 worth of in-store credit, and I couldn't believe it because I got a special on at the moment, 20% extra trade-in and 20% off a pre-owned if you're buying in the same transaction, plus my level 4 card. Yeah, it all works. So I got myself some PS Plus, and I got myself Final Fantasy X and X2. So that's what I'll be playing, that and Fallout 4 as of next Wednesday.
Oh, good for you.
But that's my week.
Okay. Allow me to go through mine. First up that I want to talk about is the Lucid Sound wireless universal gaming headset that I've been testing for the last couple of days since I got it. Man, that headset is not what I thought it was. That's okay. It's a lot better. You know, I was talking to you, I think, probably all in the chat party. I said I don't really like boom mics on headphones.
Yep.
Then just fucking take it off. On the Lucid Sound headset, the LS30 is the model. It's got dual microphones. So it's got a boom mic, which gives you super awesome clarity when you're in chat parties and stuff like that. But it's also got a built-in integrated headset. A built-in integrated microphone.
Oh, winning.
So you can just unplug the boom and the other microphone kicks in.
Oh, wow.
When I found out that, I was going through a bit of research trying to learn about it. And I saw that, I'm like, oh, you're joking. That is fantastic. And I did a recording test with it. It's only the boom mic is fantastic for quality. But the internal mic is pretty good too. Like, it's only slightly worse than the boom.
Oh, wow.
The actual headset that I've been using prior to this one, the internal microphone's garbage in comparison. So I was pretty well blown away with that. So it's a wireless headset, and it's, you know, universal, so it works with the Xbox One, 360, PS3, smartphones, PS4, all good. The sound quality, pretty damn good as well. I am very happy with it. There is probably one thing that I've noticed that I wouldn't even... How would I put it? Like, it's a negative because it's a bit strange, but I don't think it would ruin anyone's experience. When you turn the volume down really low, there's like a dead point in the volume, if that makes any sense. So,
yeah.
So if you turn the volume dial all the way down, if you turn it up, there's probably about a centimetre worth of nothing. Nothing happens. And then all of a sudden you get sound. That sort of thing. So you've got that.
Yeah, so it doesn't blend in.
It
stops.
Yeah, it stops at a certain volume and basically just cuts off. Like a walkie-talkie. You know, those things will go and turn off?
Yep.
It doesn't have the click, but it does that. And but in saying that, the volume switches for the... there's obviously one for game sound, and there's one for chat volume. And they're massive big dials around the ear cups. So the ear cups have got like a circular design, and around the outsides are the volumes for it, which is pretty cool. And in the middle, there's one button on both the left and right ear cup. One of them on the left-hand side will mute all sounds, so you won't hear game sound and you won't hear chat sound. So if something happens or someone's trying to talk to you, normally you'd have to take the headset off, or on a PlayStation 4 you hit the PlayStation button so it cuts all the sound out. This thing, you just press that, it mutes everything, which is pretty cool. I've not seen that on other headsets before. You can mute your microphone, but you just can't mute the actual sound itself. This one you can, and then on the other side you can press the button to mute your microphone, which is cool. But it's great. The range, the wireless range I've found is a bit better than more expensive headsets that I've used. I can actually use this headset. You know how we've had this conversation before where if I go into my computer room from the lounge room where my console is, that cuts out? Well, I can actually go and sit at my computer without it cutting out. Which is, and to give you a bit of an indication, straight line, it's probably 10 metres away. But there is a wall in the way there. So through walls and about 10 metres away, it still works. I don't think it's got much more than that in it. If you go probably 12 metres, it'll probably start crackling and cut out. But that's probably enough room for anyone's house. I can't imagine them having much bigger area to sit from your console. But it's a pretty cool headset, man. And it's feels nice and durable. You know, you've had issue with pivot points on your PlayStation headset breaking, yeah?
Just recently, yes.
Yeah, just like this week. But those hinges are plastic, right?
Yes, they are. That's the thing. Yes.
Yeah. So this one, where it swivels, is actually metal. So I would like to think that's going to be a lot more durable.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, obviously this is new, so I'm not going to be able to tell you about wear and tear and if it's going to break very easily, but it's very comfortable. Like I said, the other headset that I've been using for my PlayStation 4, when I first got that, it felt really tight on my head. Now, I've had it for, 18 months now, I think. Possibly longer. It's loosened up and it's comfortable now, there's no drama, but this one, the LS30s, they were comfortable from the get-go. They're beautiful. Beautiful on the head. They're not heavy. The headband is nice and soft and doesn't hurt across the head because I've spent 5-hour gaming sessions using it now, and it's nice and comfortable across the top, which was where my other headset used to sort of cause a bit of pain. And the ear cups, they've got really, really soft memory foam on them with the soft leather or pleather over the top of it as well. It's a comfortable headset. I'm trying to think of bad things to point out, so it doesn't just sound like I'm just trying to talk it up.
Inverted volume controls.
Oh, that's one thing that was a bit weird. If you wearing the headset, I would have thought that you would turn it. It's hard to explain because it's all backwards because it's on your head and mirrored and all that sort of stuff. But I would have thought that you would turn the volume up by turning it towards the back of your head or turning it up towards your face.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's making it. It's really hard to explain. And then vice versa to turn the volume down. It's the other way around. If you take the headset off and look at the ear cup, it makes sense as to why it's that way. But only one side is like that because it's mirrored. It's very confusing. It just feels like it's counterintuitive as to the way the volume should go.
That's because you asked us, and I said, yeah, towards your head, and you went, exactly, I'm not crazy.
Yeah, that's the thing. When I explained it to you guys, I wanted to get your opinion to see if it was just me. Because, some people are like, oh, I'd prefer it this way, and other people are like, nah, you're nuts, that's the way it should be. But you guys agreed with that's probably the way it should have been. But it's not, so it's backwards tough, but it's very easy to get used to. What else is there? I was going to complain about the boom mic, but that's not an issue anymore because you can just remove that if you don't like it. And then if you want better quality, if you're going to do like a recording, maybe some gameplay, or you're going to do a stream, chuck the boom mic in for better quality so people can hear you better. But like I said, the integrated mic sounds pretty good too. So maybe you don't need to use that mic at all. But take the boom mic out for when you're having a drink of coffee so you don't stick the boom down into your coffee, or if you're trying to eat or something like that. I don't know. Value. Now it's $249 retail. You can get them from JB Hi-Fi, the Gamesman, and some monkey something.
Monkey butt.
It's an online thing. Mighty Ape is an online store.
Yes.
Yeah, mightyape.com.au. You can get it from there as well. $249 retail. Well, let's compare it to the genuine PlayStation one. That's about $120, I think it is, if not $130. Yes. So we're looking at about $100 more. For $100 more, I would say you're probably going to get a headset that's going to last longer because of the metal hinges versus your ones that broke because they're plastic. Sound quality wise, very similar, but I feel that the LS30s go louder and clearer than the genuine headset. The genuine PlayStation headset does have a good microphone. That's what you're using right now, yeah?
Correct.
Yeah, so it does have a good quality headset, but it doesn't have that option to put a boom mic into it. Not a big issue. You can use the genuine ones on pretty much anything because it's got a 3.5mm headphone jack, so you can use the genuine Sonys with your Xbox, and you can use it with your smartphones. Pretty much the same thing there. Battery life. you're going to get 15 hours plus, and I've used it for longer than 15 hours now, and it's starting to beep. I've probably got to charge it now. The PlayStation ones, genuine PlayStation ones, Red, you're probably going to get a session out of it, 5 hours?
5 hours, yeah.
Yeah, and then you're going to have to charge it. So you got three times the battery life plus, or 3 times minimum with these ones. So you're paying an extra $100, and that's going to get you durability, a better quality mic. You're going to get 3 times the use out of the battery.
Slightly louder.
Yeah, slightly louder and clearer volume. And the volumes, when I was telling you about those dials, they're 10 times better than the push-button ones that are on the genuine...
Oh, that go spongy as fuck.
Yeah, they do. They play up, but it's heaps better than that. It does have 3 equalizer settings on the LS30s, but there's a video review that's in production at the moment, and as I've said in that review, unless you're a sound engineer, you're probably not going to notice any differences through those 3 equalizer settings, so they're not fantastic. But the sound, just as a standard, sounds pretty good through them, so unless you're like a super sound nut, that won't bother you at all. It doesn't bother me at all. But yeah, I think totally for the price, the value is there. And the wireless, there's no interference or anything like, unless you do break that 10 to 12 meter mark, it starts to crackle and cut out. If you're sitting just in your lounge room or in the same room playing your Xbox or your PlayStation 4 or anything like that, I don't think you'll have any issues with that. It does come with, in the box, a specific cable to use with an Xbox 360 as well.
Oh, no.
So that's not an extra cost to you. It's pretty much the same setup as just a 3.5mm double ender, but this is a 3.5mm and a 2.5mm on the other end, which allows you to use an Xbox 360 cable. Now, the charge cable for it is the same as your Xbox One and PlayStation 4 controller. It's just a micro USB, so it's easy to charge. That's about it, man. It's a good headset. For anyone that's in the market for a headset, definitely look at it. Watch our review. Have a look at them in store if you can. It's a good headset to consider. There are a lot of headsets on the market, but definitely have a look at this one. I would recommend that. Any other questions?
No, I did have one, but you answered it. It was the ear pinch, because I know I've got a set of Zach's old Turtle Beach Stealth 500s.
Yep.
And when I put them on my head, they really seem to pinch my ears, well, pinch my head, sort of thing, and that gets uncomfortable really quickly.
Yeah, I've had that. I've had that issue with Turtle Beaches, but these are probably the most comfortable console headsets that I've used.
Gnarly.
Because
we do wear them for a long time.
Yeah, when you're wearing them for a couple of hours, 2 to 5 hours or whatever, that ear pinch can be a bad thing. But no, I didn't have any of that at all. No dramas, whatever, with comfort. The comfort factor is 100% there. So there you go. All right, let me roll through a couple of the games that I've played. Black Ops 3. I played some Call of Duty on the PS4. I played extremely badly, like I expected. I expected to go very bad, and I did. So I played only a couple of games of that. I did get some kills up my belt. I tend to go a lot better when I'm playing hardcore. The only issue is hardcore matches are harder to get into because there's not as many people playing it. But I played a little bit of that, so that was cool. That's back on my radar. Played some Rocket League, went through that. I tried out Badland, the Game of the Year edition, which is the PlayStation Plus title for September, which is available now for subscribers. It's better than I thought it was. It's kind of quirky. It's kind of like I said last week, it's like Flappy Bird, and it's a toilet game. Yeah. But it's got a little bit more depth to it. It looks beautiful. Kind of resembles halfway between Limbo and Inside, the graphics, the way it looks. It's cool. Like, you're this weird thing that kind of looks like it's got an afro. It's just like a ball with arms that flap, and you fly. and you go across, but the faster that you fly, the faster the screen will scroll. And if you get caught on anything and you get, the screen passes you, you die, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then it's just puzzle elements like that. So you got to get through the screen. It's just a side scroller. You got to get to the end of the level where you get sucked into a tube and thrown out the other side to another level. You can pick up power-ups where you get multiple of yourself, and then you just control every single one of them at the same time, which is good because that way if one of them gets caught, you can continue on because you've still got one. You only need to get one to the end of the level. You have to grow and you have to shrink to get through certain puzzles. If you don't pick up the shrinky thingies, enough of them to shrink you down small enough to fit through a gap, you're going to get stuck and you're going to lose. You're going to die. Same thing goes. If you're not big enough, then you can't break through things. It's worth a try. You might like it. I still think it's a mobile game, but it is pretty enough to be on the console, though. It looks nice on a big telly.
Yeah, wicked.
So give it a go. I also played more Fallout Shelter this week. Going strong. I still have not lost one of my dwellers.
Yeah, no, good stuff.
None of them have died yet. I know that I'll eventually start getting the death claws. The death claws come, don't they?
I think so. Or either that or you run into them in missions.
Yeah, I know. I do know that there's going to be some hectic invasions, which at the moment it's just been rad roaches, those moles, whatever they are.
Mole rats, yeah, they hurt.
Rats, yep. Yeah, they're a son of a bitch. So rad roaches, mole rats, and
raiders.
Yeah, the raiders have all I've encountered so far, but haven't lost any of them yet. I've managed to hit them with the stim packs, which I've got like 60 odd stored, so I don't really have any dramas with that, but I'm really enjoying that. Fallout Shelter's going well on my iOS devices. Pokemon Go, still sort of tiptoeing around that. Hit level 20 last night.
Fucking tiptoeing? Level 20?
Compared to when it first came out, it's a tiptoe. So I've got the Ultra Balls now, which are the black and orange ones. So it gave me 20 of them for hitting level 20. And yeah, so that's about it. No new Pokemon since Kangaskhan though. They've all been the same, just to get myself some XP. But I'm still enjoying playing that. I played Deus Ex Go. You heard of that one?
Oh, it's like Hitman Go.
Like Hitman Go and that. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's a good game. They're good fun. Good little puzzle game. It's just on a sort of top down. You've got like a grid there, and you've just got to think about where you want to move them. You've got to move out of the way. You've got to bait your enemies so you can get up there and kill them to get to the end of the level. It's pretty simple, but it's actually a really good game. I've only played that a little bit so far. Did I play Worms? Did I play Worms WMD? I'm not sure. Let's just say I did, and it was fun. Alright, we'll move on. Rainbow Six Siege, which we talked about. Resident Evil 7, the beginning hour. Now, that demo's been out for a while now. But I played it again yesterday. I just wanted to have a bit more of a look around and see what I might have missed the first time round. It's going to be a scary game, man.
Yeah, fuck that.
PlayStation VR, bring it on, eh?
Oh, no, thank you.
Oh, that would be horrible.
Yes.
I'm going to hate every second of playing horror games on the PlayStation VR, but I can't wait.
But you're going to do it.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it for sure, but I'm going to absolutely hate it. And I'll probably only be able to do half-hour stints if I'm lucky. Because I remember what it was like playing Aliens. Oh, Isolation. Oh, I hope they do a retro patch to make it VR compatible.
Or just do what Until Dawn does and release a fucking DLC.
Yeah, but see, the thing is though, I think with the PlayStation VR, I might be able to be better at games because it'll put you into the game rather. It'll be less of a disconnect.
Yeah.
Because in real life, say paintball, like say for example with Call of Duty, I would do better at paintball than I do on Call of Duty. I've got a lot of tactics that I can use. that you just can't transfer into a game using a controller. But using the Move controller and a headset like that, it'll put you in the game. That's the plan anyway. Might be able to play a little bit better in these games, so hopefully. I'm going to spend $550 to go better at Call of Duty.
Jesus Christ.
For the love of video games. So yeah, Resident Evil played that a little bit, and it wasn't as scary this time around because I knew what was going to happen. I forgot to talk about, this wasn't this week, it was last week, but I forgot to mention in last week's show, and Snoogans was happy that I forgot to mention it, but I'm going to mention it in this week's show. Madden 16, I played that with Snoogans. Both of us had never played it before. Both of us had no idea about the rules in the game. Both of us were absolutely shocking. However, I destroyed him. I think he scored a field goal, which got him about 3 points, and I think I had in the vicinity of 20-something. I smashed him touchdown after touchdown with absolutely no idea what I was doing. I've not played the game since. Apparently Snoogans has been playing it, and he's got a bit of an idea on how it works. I would suggest that I should probably not play him ever again.
We'll be able to do that on the same couch soon. I want to have a game of that.
As long as you bring an Xbox controller, because I've only got one.
Yeah, I'll bring one.
Fantastic. But yeah, so that's my video game discussion. That's about all for me for the week. It's been busy. I've been spending a lot of time making up the review video for the LS30, which is why I'm very happy to talk about it on the show, because that's probably what I've been doing most out of the last few days. But if that's all we've got, that's all I've got, I think. Let's move on to video game news.
Let's do it.
Okay. Alright, first up in the news, Lohan versus Rockstar. Lohan or Lohan?
Mal.
Mal. I'm just going to check with our censor. That's allowed. That is allowed. That is allowed. Mal versus Rockstar. It's been a long time, and it's finally come to a conclusion, but the issue was originally brought forward back in 2014 after Lindsay Lohan accused Rockstar of using her likeness without her permission in the hit video game Grand Theft Auto 5. Now, Lohan argues that the defendants purposefully used Lohan's bikini, shoulder-length blonde hair, jewellery, cell phone and signature peace sign pose in one image, and used Lohan's likeness in another image by appropriating facial features, body type, physical appearance, hair, hat, sunglasses, jean shorts and loose white top. What a load of cock.
Yeah, I call shenanigans, because none of those images depicted a girl with many scabs on her.
Yeah, and I don't remember Lacey Jonas, which is who the character is in the game that she's saying stole her likeness. I don't remember her snorting up a storm, do you? Maybe she did.
Nah, that was the brother. Maybe Jonah Hill should sue because of the likeness of the brother.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, No, it's not her brother.
Oh, no, I know who you're talking about, that one that's getting done out the backyard and you got to take a video of it.
That's her. That's Lacey Jonas. Yeah. No, you're thinking of Michael's
the main
daughter.
chick.
Yeah, no, not her. But anyway, the courts have deemed that the evidence did not warrant a case. It has been ruled that the hearings would not succeed due to the game never once using Lohan's name, whether verbalised or in text or image or anything like that. And the court further found that even if there were grounds to support that the character in the game, Lacey, was in fact based on Lohan, the video game would fall into a category outside the statutory definition of advertising and would still not be in any violation.
Sucked in.
Yeah, so no extra coin for you, Lohan. You're going to have to go and get a job.
She just wanted to be in the fucking news, man. Probably,
and she's managed that. She did manage that. I don't know how much it would have cost her in court fees and lawyer fees, but it's been thrown out, so Rockstar are in the right, and that'll be the end of that saga. So we've covered that for a couple of years now, and it's finally come to a close. So that's that one.
Done.
Yes. Dung dung. All right, Red, give us your news, buddy.
All right, so in 2013, we were introduced to a reboot of a character from Shadow Warrior called Lohan.
Noodle West with the low wang.
And we've been teased, and we've seen some trailers of the most recent Shadow Warrior that's coming out soon.
Mm-hmm.
That features 4-player co-op campaign.
Ooh.
And I'm here to tell you that it will be released on PC October 14.
Right.
And coming to consoles early 2017. So it's going to be a PC first release, which every Shadow Warrior has been for PC first release.
Yeah.
So in case you've been hiding under a rock or under a low wang,
hello.
This is a quick blurb. Surviving as a reclusive mercenary on the edge of a corrupted world, the formidable warrior must again wield a devastating combination of guns, blades, magic, and wit to strike down the demonic legions overwhelming the world he inadvertently corrupted. So it's a first-person shooter-ish with swords, bows and arrows, magic, and doodle jokes. I played the remaster on the PS4. Oh, not the remaster. Oh, well, the port across from PC on PS4, and I loved it. If you haven't tried it, it should be fairly cheap, especially on Steam, if you wanted to try it out before, if you haven't heard anything about it. But Shadow Warrior 2, October 14 on PC, early 2017 console. I'm looking forward to having a crack at this one, because it was pretty fun.
Yeah, it is. It's a fun game. There's a lot of game there too. There's heaps of levels.
Fucking massive game, actually, yeah. And with the retro bloody walk through wall, or go through the hidden walls into the bloody 1990s graphics. Yeah,
that's cool. Good game.
Love
All right,
it.
nice to hear. Next up in the news, Overwatch is free in September. So good news, Overwatch will be free to play on the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One between specific times and dates in September. I've converted the times because obviously when they announce all this stuff, they only ever think of the US and stuff the rest of the world. So in Sydney time, now because I'm similar to those US boffins there, I'm only going to give you Sydney time because that's where I live. You will have to add, 3 hours, or take away 3 hours if you're in Perth or something. So the start will be the 10th of September 2016 at 4 a.m. So that's when it will become available. And it will conclude on the 13th of September 2016 at 9 a.m. So starting on the 10th and finishing on the 13th. If you want to get some time in on the PlayStation 4 or the Xbox One, you can get it for free. It is not including PC, so only those two consoles. And during the free weekend, Overwatch's full roster of 22 heroes and every map will be available in a variety of modes, including quick play, custom games, and the latest weekly brawl. You'll also be able to level up and earn loot boxes, and if you like what you play and decide to buy Overwatch Origins Edition later, you'll keep whatever process that you've made during the free weekend, which is a nice incentive. So it's good for them to do this, and I think it would be great for other people to, or other developers to catch on and do this more for those online-only games.
Yes.
Just a quick note at the end of that there, you will require an Xbox Live Gold subscription to play on the Xbox One, while the PlayStation 4 does not require an Xbox Live Gold subscription because it's a different console. You won't need a PS Plus subscription either. I don't know why, but on the Xbox you need the paid subscription, but on the PlayStation you don't need any subscription.
Corporate.
I don't know. Weird.
I'm looking forward to it because I've been umming and ahhing about this game. Like, I could have got it yesterday with the money that I traded in for Final Fantasy, and I've thought about it, and I've Googled it, and I've checked it out on the Target website, the EB website, and I've looked at it and said, do I want to play this? I've watched streams, looks cool, then it looks shit. I'm so up in the air about this bloody game, I'm going to be able to tell.
Well,
I'll have a go.
I played it already during the beta. I played it on the consoles as well as the PC.
Yes,
it's a good game. I've I tried to buy it on the PC, but it knocked back my payment method. It wouldn't let me use my PayPal for some reason.
Well, there's an omen.
Yeah, so I just never bought it. I was clicking OK. I tried it like 3 times. I was committed to spending the money, but it wouldn't take my money. So I went, oh well, I'm going to bed. Never happened then. But there you go. So Overwatch, September 10th to the 13th. Get onto it. Next news, Red.
So, there is reportedly a US retailer in Target taking pre-orders for what looks like a third-party made controller for the PlayStation 4, which looks like, for all intended purposes, a DualShock 4 Elite.
Yeah, it looks pretty much like a full rip-off of the...
It does, doesn't it? The D-pad?
The Xbox Elite controller. Yeah, it's a full remake, just in the shape of the PS4 controller.
Yep, but the piss poor thing is... Oh, not the piss poor thing is, I shouldn't say that, that's a poor choice of words. Microsoft bought out their Elite controller themselves. Why is this a third-party production unless Microsoft stamped this third-party company's control with the Xbox Elite, if you know what I mean?
Huh?
Never mind. If there was going to be a DualShock 4 Elite, I think Sony should bring it out.
Oh, yeah, I agree. Yeah, but think back to, what, 7-8 years of PlayStation 3 before the 4 came out?
Oh, Mad Cats?
There was never a reiteration of the DualShock 3 by Sony.
No.
Not even once. Well, taking aside from the fact that they added the vibration in, because the vibration wasn't in there originally because of copyright issues, licensing issues. So they did add the vibration in, because originally it was just the what was it called? Because it wasn't called the DualShock because it didn't have the vibration in the original controller. I don't know what it was called, but then they brought out the DualShock 3, which had the vibration. Yeah. Other than that, there were no iterations, no changes, no upgrades to the controller. Whereas if you look at the history of the Xbox 360 controller, they had many changes over the years.
6-axis.
That's what it was called, the 6-axis. Well done, thank you. And I remember they originally came out saying, well, it's not going to have vibration because it interrupts the 6-axis control and blah, blah, blah. And then they added vibration later and it didn't.
When they were allowed to.
Yeah, that's right. But yeah, so I don't know. I don't have high hopes that that Sony will release one. The only thing that Sony tend to do is change the bloody colour.
Yes, cosmetics only.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, with this listing that's in America, if you were to convert the pre-order price, it would equate to 105 Australian dollars. So, considering Microsoft charged, what, $250 for an Elite when it first came out? $249?
Oh, no, it was $199, wasn't it?
Oh, around $200, we'll say.
Because I know, well, they're currently $199 anyway.
Yeah. You'd think Microsoft aren't going to sell a peripheral for $200 just to make money. You'd have to assume that there's a fair bit extra of construction cost and quality there to generate that retail price.
Yeah, well, but something that I have noticed with Microsoft, they do a lot of things for the player as well. It's not necessarily for coin.
No, that's exactly right. You know, they're probably only going to make a standard markup on these Elite controllers and everything like that because, look, I bought an Xbox One S this week and I got it for under $400 with 3 games.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
Yeah,
mate, that's
good price.
Good value. And there's rumours, I know I'm going off the topic a little bit, rumours I've heard on the internet that maybe within the next week or so, original 500 gig Xbox Ones will be on sale for $279. So if you're gagging, just keep an eye out for that.
Gagging, just not for that. I've already got one. Anyway, alright, we'll move on to the next news. Hey?
Me too, I got one too.
Lovely. I would like one of those Elite controllers for the PS4. And I can't afford to get I can't justify the price of what are those things? Nah, the
VR.
the thing Weeksy got.
Oh, Scuff.
A Scuff controller. They're way too expensive.
A $7,500 peripheral.
Yeah, no thank you. All right, move on next. My last piece of news. Try the PlayStation VR at the EB Games Expo. Have you tried the VR yet, Red?
No, never. I gave up my position last year to someone that was more wanting.
You can have another go this year. PlayStation Australia are inviting fans attending the EB Expo 2016 to advanced book for their chance to experience the unique and immersive world of PlayStation VR via www.trypsvr.com. EB Expo 2016 will take place between the 30th of September and the 30th of September and the 2nd of October at Sydney Showground or Sydney Olympic Park. And fans will need a valid EB Expo ticket to access PlayStation VR. And the tickets can be purchased from www.ebexpo.com.au. If you're not attending the EB Expo, there are also other locations around the country that you'll be able to book for a trial of the PSVR via that same www.trypsvr.com. And the PlayStation VR will launch in Australia on October 13th, 2016 with a recommended retail price of Australian $549.95. So, Red, jump onto www.trypsvr.com, fill in a bit of a survey. It asks you a bunch of questions about your style of gaming and that. And then it'll ask you where you want to try it out. And you can select the EB Games Expo, or you can select a bunch of like Westfields and things like that around the state to try it out. So do that.
No worries. Website's there. That's a pretty cool video on the website too, actually.
What?
The trypsvr.com.
Oh, right. Yes, yeah, there's a little video on it.
Just punched it in then. So
gotcha. Right, yes. So give that a go and you'll be able to play it before it's released, because it's not actually going to be out until the 13th. So the expo's on the 30th of September, so you can give it a go a couple of weeks before it comes out. All right, Red, your last piece of news, please.
You remember last week I told you about there was speculation surrounding Duke Nukem Remaster and everything. They had a countdown timer.
Yes, I do.
Well, it's been revealed, so I thought I'd follow up and bring the news to a close. So
Wonderful.
The countdown timer did correlate with their panel at the PAX West.
Yep.
And it's been confirmed. There is a new game, a game titled Duke Nukem 3D 20th Anniversary Edition World Tour.
Mm-hmm.
So this will have the original Duke Nukem 3D game.
Yep.
With all its add-ons for the back then.
Yep.
Plus 8 new levels built in engine by the original designers Alan Blum III and Richard Levellord Gray.
Okay, so like all looking exactly like the old game.
Yeah, built in that same engine. It'll have higher. The fidelity of the graphics will be higher as well as the frame rate. But as like with your Xbox, like with what do we do? Halo, you could switch back to original.
Oh yeah.
So that'll be a on the fly decision there as well. Two of the coolest things to come out of Duke Nukem, as opposed to the violence and the game, was the soundtrack, and original composer Lee Jackson's back on, and the audio commentary from original John St. John back as Duke Nukem. So
yeah, nice.
Everything's going to be new, but it's going to feel old, and I think this is the best Duke Nukem release ever.
It is.
So I'd like to think it won't be too expensive. This is a $30 game.
Yeah, it's got to be between $20 and $30, I think, to be fair.
And with the 8 new levels, brand new, never seen, original cast of level designers, voice actors, and musical composers, it should feel exactly the same. And I should say, 11th of October, PC and console, or current generation console.
Yeah, I think I'm in for that. I think I'm keen.
$20 to $30, 100%. Boots and all, I'm in. But I'm not paying $50 for it.
Yeah, fair enough. Nice one. All right, well, that's good news. I think that's everything, isn't it?
It is.
All right, Red, let's go into What's That Sound?
right. We're sitting 1-1, aren't we?
We're still on 1-1 from that first 2 weeks of doing it together. So we'll see if this week can change it. But anyway, let's have a quick listen to last week's sound. We both struggled, but geez, I was close. But let's have a listen now. Yeah, so we struggled pretty hard with that one. We played it a few times, couldn't get it. I suggested that it was like an intro thing, wheeling in the logo or whatever. But what that was the intro to Banjo-Kazooie.
Yes.
You'd never played it. I have, no. But geez, it's been a while, so hard to remember. But I think Ross Mark got that right, did he?
Yes.
Yeah, well done, Ross. It's been a while since someone's got these right. Some of these are really hard. But yeah, so Banjo-Kazooie. So are you ready for the new one, Red?
Bring it on.
Alright, this one is from Deb.
She'll need more medicine. Strong medicine.
Oh, God. What the hell is that?
Go again.
Oh, Ramutha, what are you doing to us?
She'll need more medicine. Strong medicine.
Is it?
I think so.
Oh, yeah, okay, probably is. I was just going to say too. But I don't know. I don't think I've ever heard that before, so that might be a game that I haven't played.
Go again, I'll Google it.
Okay.
She'll need more medicine. Strong medicine.
Pain relief medication, strong medicine.
Never mind, we'll work it out later. So that's what.
Yep.
That's this week's What's That Sound. If you think you know what it is, then send us a message to our Facebook page. Find us on there, give us a like, send us the message, and if you're correct, you'll win yourself a free game. I don't know what that is, so we'll see. We'll have the answer for that one next week. That's What's That Sound. Red, give us a shout, brother.
Well, I'm going to say I cheated, but it's not cheating when you're smart about it, right? There's been a slight incline in whether it be 1, 2, 3 comments here or there on our podcast posts on Facebook, which a lot of work goes into those. You make the pictures, the graphics for the posts themselves. You do all that because this week's was really cool. It was the worms on the battlefield planes.
Yeah, that's right.
Like that.
Battlefield 1, yeah.
So this isn't a generic thing, you know. This is all part of it. You edit this podcast, you add everything into it, you upload it, you bloody schedule it and everything, but you go ahead and you make these pictures. And I think they're cool, and the anecdote in the written text is cool too. And people are starting to catch on and click like and stuff on that, which helps us because that spreads it out and that gets it on other timelines and everything like that. So we actually had 7 people like the main pinned post. I know there's been a few posts throughout the scheduled ones that have been liked, but the pinned posts have been liked, and this is probably our most important tool at sharing, other than actually ramming it down someone's ear holes. Which you can do. Look, we don't condemn that. Go for it.
Absolutely.
But here's 7 blokes that we very much appreciate, not just this week, but yeah, for a long time now. Brendan Brown, Stephen Buttigieg, Ross Mark, Martin Creamers, Matt Alexander, Samuel Matheson, and Adam Payne. All you 7 blokes, you are constantly putting in the effort to make us better, not to mention everyone else. I don't mean to not include anyone. I can't shout out 5,124 names every week unless you pay me. But yeah, that's just a big win for us. Someone just taking the time to 90% of the time it's on the phone. Just hit that like button. That spreads the message. We don't partake in the activities of putting up posts like for this, love for that, share for this, comment for that sort of thing. And that's been our mantra. That whole clickbaity sort of posts. But it means we generate genuine like clicks and comments, so that's why these need to be mentioned. And yeah, we very much appreciate it, boys. Considering you click that like button on the podcast, I know you will all be listening, so we love you all. ram it down your friend's ear, also.
Yeah, do that for us. Nice. Yeah, thank you very much to those guys. That is a good thing to point out. The people that do like and comment on the podcast itself. I like getting comments about what we've talked about and what we've said.
Yes.
Not only does it reinforce that people are listening, which is really good to know, it's better to see that than just when I go and have a look at how many people, how many hits that we've had on the podcast, which is good. Like, it's always growing, but it's nicer to have a bit more reinforcement when you see people actually commenting, saying, "Oh, what Luke said on the podcast, that's wrong. He's an idiot," or "Yeah, I agree with Red," or whatever. I like that stuff because it shows that not only are we getting hits on the podcast, people are listening to it and sharing their opinions on our opinions.
Yeah, cool. Absolutely, and that's why we're here.
And we've even got a whole segment here devoted to those people. Red Shout, where you guys get mentioned for what you're doing for us. So if you want to jump in the shout section, it's there for you. Just give us a reason. Any reason.
And come get a selfie at the expo.
Yeah, come take selfies with us. Beard. Yeah, all of Red's photos need to be taken from the beard down.
Oh, geez, I don't know if you've got enough megapixels from your belly button, man. Jesus.
Oh, dear.
That's the Easter egg, mate. That is the centre of the No Man's Sky universe.
It's the galactic centre. That's it. But yeah, we'll be happy to do that. Take some photos, come and see us, say hi, shake our hand if that's all you want to do, say hi and bye, take some photos, get into a video with us. We might ask you some trivia questions, and if you're lucky, I'll give you something for free. I'll have a bag of goodies to hand out. So that's it. Let's go into some last words, if any. Red?
Yeah, nice short and sharp show this week, but that's how we like it.
Bit shorter.
That's okay. Last words.
Well, last words here is I've got to mention, I believe next week's show is not going to be a normal show, Red. I think we're doing a special before you come down to Sydney.
Yes.
Is that right? No, the week after. Oh, I don't know, I'm confused.
We'll work it out. There's going to be an EB Expo special because we got to work out logistics here for those prominent listeners that we have every week. We're endeavouring not to miss a week at all to keep up the consistency, but there will be a special show either next week or the week after with our Expo predictions and what we're looking forward to and everything.
Yeah, I think it is next week because it's a bit strange because we do pre-record the show. So this show will go live on Sunday, which will then be the show for next week.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, see.
And then the following week. So when we're saying next week, right now, we are actually talking about 2 weeks in advance. But when this show's live and say next week, we are talking about just the following week.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's the confusion there because of the whole pre-recorded and stuffs. So yeah, there will be a special on what we're expecting from that. We'll try and get some other names on the show. We'll see if maybe Snoogs wants to join us or something like that. And then after that, it'll be, I think that'll be
something from your place.
Yeah, it'll be just you and me, and maybe the other guys as well. We'll see what we can do. Nothing set in stone as yet. As you can see, we're sort of working it out as we go, but that's kind of the timeline there. So it won't be a normal show following this one. It'll be a special, and then.
But the content will be consistent.
Yes, we'll have stuff in there for sure. All right, Red. That's my last word. You got anything else you want to say?
No.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Maybe when you say it, it sounds quite atrocious.
You know what I learned. I saw on today. I learned post on Reddit that word actually is a whole bunch of other words and stuff put together. Like, it's not just made up.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Smart people's over there at Disney.
Yeah, I stopped reading halfway through though.
Yeah.
Realised I didn't really give a shit.
Yeah, I was about to go meh.
Oh, well.
Nah, wicked show.
Yeah. That's it. That's all I got. Thanks everyone for listening.
Yeah.
You can jump in and say some stuff.
Thanks everyone for listening.
I said that.
Yeah, no, wicked. Yeah, I think I summed it up in the shout. I got a little bit emotional. It's that time of the month, but we do appreciate it. That when we say thanks for listening, that's not just a buy. That is a genuine thanks for listening. And you get this far, you get the thanks. You obviously know it's not condescending or just something that we feel we need to do. It's a genuine notion of appreciation. So I really hope I do get to meet a couple of listeners and a couple of followers at the expo just to say fucking wicked and g'day. So
you're going to walk up to them and go, hey, I'm such and such from one of your listeners, and you're just going to go, fucking wicked.
Yeah.
He's going to look like a mad stoner.
Yeah,
fucking wicked, man. High five. Want to touch my beard?
You know you've made it. You've made an impact on one person's life if they come up and say, sick pod. Can't wait for next week's show. We're here. We're not to accommodate for the population of the world, but just those people that are kind of like us. And if you can touch one of them at a time, Jesus,
you'll go to jail.
Good.
Nice, that is very heartfelt. I'll back you up and everything you said there. But anyway, that's the end of this week's show. It's a little bit shorter, a little bit more intimate, and we'll be back next week. Thank you very much, everyone, for listening. As always, I'm LewkOne.
And I'm Red. Or
even Lucas. I changed my name there. Well, LewkOne's my, what do you call it? My gamer tag and PSN ID.
You're pseudo. I call LewkOne in normal life.
Yeah, you can call me LewkOne if you like. Lucas, LewkOne, whatever. Catch us all. See ya.
Bye.
This week's show has sadly come to an end. Be sure to search for Aussie Gamers Express on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, and just about every other social media network known to man. If you would like to email us, send it to info@aussiegamersexpress.com or visit our website at www.aussiegamersexpress.com. Catch you all next time on the Aussie Gamers Express Video Game Podcast.